Listen to the heart go. Ladies, can you back it up? Can you back it up? Can you back it up? Back it up? Can you back it up? Back it up? Can you back it up? Ladies, can you back it up? Can you back it up? Can you back it up? Back it up? Can you back it up?
Ariel with the Family Dream back again with another video. Okay? Another video. And we just finished reviewing some pipette products. So we are in the baby. This is baby products. So I'm in the baby section of my life. So I don't know. So guys, in this video, I'm going to be discussing my breastfeeding journey. Okay, as you can see, she's already prepping herself for her next meal. This is what she do when she hungry. So guys, we are 15 months in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? We're 15 months in of breastfeeding, okay? So when I found out I was pregnant, I immediately said I'm going to be breastfeeding. It was no question about whether or not I was going to breastfeed, because I know that I wanted my baby to have the healthiest option of milk, which is breastfeeding, breast milk. And so my entire pregnancy, I did not change my mind at all, and I stuck with it. So when I had my baby, she was so freaking sweet and smart, and I pushed her out in like 3 pushes, and then she latched on immediately. First of all, I pushed her out in 3 pushes because I'm Shira. Duh. I'm Shira. So yeah, I pushed her out in 3 pushes, and then they laid her on my chest, and then she immediately latched on like this. Right, mama? You sleepy? Baby sleepy. My baby tired. She always wakes up from her naps when she's still not finished sleeping, so she has leftover sleep from the other sleep that she left over from that other day. So, yeah, she immediately latched on, and I was so happy because I didn't have to guide her mouth. We didn't have to do nothing. She just immediately latched on like she had been doing it her whole life. It was amazing. So then the lactation nurse, she said, okay, I want to prepare you for something. It's called cluster feeding. And so basically the baby's going to want to eat a lot back to back close together. So I'm like, okay, this is nothing. Piece of pie, piece of cake, piece of pecan pie. So then she was like, oh my God, like on that first night, she was like, oh my God, she was trying to eat from my breast every second. Like, I had adrenaline because I couldn't believe I pushed out a baby. And then I was looking at her like, oh my God, I pushed out a baby. And then she wanted my breast milk, like, immediately. Right now, mommy, I need it. And I was like, oh my God. So that was a task. So then, you know, they came in the room the time when I was there in the hospital after I had her. And they told me about pumping. They told me about how to get, you know, relief from the engorgement, because you know when you first have your baby, your breast is full of freaking milk. They feel like rocks. God damn it. So you got to put like warm cloths on it or whatever. So anyway, I came home and I had the manual pumps. I didn't have the electric pump yet. And ladies, if you want to get an electric pump for free and you don't have insurance and all that stuff, just hit up your local WIC services. WIC, W-I-C. Say WIC. WIC. And they will help you to get a free breast pump. And so anyway, I came home and you want to eat? And I was using the manual pump, and I was pumping every freaking second, like, because I had to get my milk going, you know. And so I was waking up like every 2 or 3 hours and pumping in the middle of the night. Like, you will see when you first become a mom, you're like super duper on it. You're like, yes, I gotta wake up to pump. I gotta wake up to do this. I gotta do this. And then as it sets in, you being a mom, you be like, girl, you don't feel like pumping no more. You just whip out the boob and you just be like, girl, take this milk. But anyway, so I was pumping like every 2 hours, every 3 hours. My diet was beautiful. Like when I came home from the hospital, my mom, she was cooking me breakfast and lunch and dinner. And when you're a breastfeeding mom, especially when you first have the baby, you need to have a really balanced diet, okay? You need to wake up every day and eat. You need to have your husband or your grandma or your mom or your, not yourself because you're going to be, you know, resting, but you need to have somebody to cook for you. You need to have 3 meals because the baby is going to be taking all your nutrients. So they're going to be sucking and you're going to be losing. So anyway, yeah, so I started to pump all the time, every 2 to 3 hours. I invested in lactation cookies by milk makers. You can get those at Walmart. It's lactation cookies that have like oatmeal, raisin, and different ingredients that are essential to breastfeeding and production and helping your milk supply to, you know, stay consistent. So guys, a lot of people told me that they stopped breastfeeding because their milk supply tanked or because they felt like the baby wasn't getting enough or the baby was still hungry. Don't believe that, okay? Because people just don't want to breastfeed. They're just lazy. If you notice that your milk supply is like doing something awkward and you don't feel like the baby is eating enough, like drink a ton of water, okay? I mean like a ton. Like you need to drink more than 8 cups. You need to drink like 64 ounces times 2 every single day while you're breastfeeding. In the beginning, until your milk understands that this is what the F it needs to do. So, yeah, I had a great balanced diet. My mom was cooking for me breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like the first 6 weeks when Alani first came home. And then once I went back to work after my maternity leave, I did pump 3 to 4 times a day. And sometimes I would forget or I wouldn't have time because my calls would be really heavy at my desk, but I would still do it whenever I remembered. So Alani do not like any other kind of milk. She do not like goat milk, almond milk, regular milk, any kind of milk except my milk. And I actually tasted it. It tastes really good. But I like breastfeeding because I like the bond. When Alani and I breastfeed, she be looking up in my eyes. And basically, I can tell that she loves me forever. And I am her person. And I'll be looking at her. And sometimes she will just like caress my face. Or I will talk to her. I pray with her when she's eating. The downside to it is that it is very... The attachment is super heavy. Like, you can't do crap without your breastfed baby tagging along trying to get some milk. In the nighttime, it's very annoying because like she don't sleep straight through the night at all. Like at least one time she's gonna wake up for some milky. And that is annoying because I like to sleep on my stomach. So the simple fact that I have to turn over on my side and whip the boobie in her mouth, it's just like, but I really don't mind it. So like I said, things to help your supply is drinking a lot of water, getting the lactation teas and cookies, eating a lot because your nutrients are going to be taken from you by the baby, drinking the milk. So you need to make sure you stay with your potassium high and, you know, all that stuff that you need, all the nutrients. I don't know the name of it. Like, don't ask me. I don't know. And so you need all that. And so when the baby first comes home, don't be alarmed. It's going to be super duper cluster feeding. Like, they're going to want to eat every second, like back to back. Like, you're going to be like, I just fed you. And then they're going to be crying for milk again. And when they first come home, they could spend 45 minutes on one breast. But you have to alternate. You got to feed them on this one and that. So, like, now my breast, my favorite, my most productive breast is my right one. I absolutely used to hate feeding on the left one. So let down. Let's talk about some breastfeeding vocabulary words. So let down is when the baby first starts to suck, and then that feeling, because you're going to feel a tingly, some type of feeling when the milk starts to come out as they start to bring it out with their suction. So that is the let down. Some women have experienced like thrush, where like the baby gets the coating of the milk on their tongue and it kind of gives like a yeasty infection type of thing in the baby's mouth and on your nipple. So make sure you're always wiping your baby's mouth out. Don't let the baby have milk buildup on their tongue. That's nasty. So make sure you always, they have little finger wipes that you could put in the baby's mouth and wipe the baby's mouth out. And what helps with engorgement? Rubbing the breast. Rub it. If they're really tight and full, rub them. Take a hot shower and let the hot warm water, you know, rub out the tightness and the roughness wherever you feel it. And I have experienced times where my supply went down and my breasts were like deflated. They look crazy. They look like they had nothing in them. And it could have been due to what I was eating or not eating. But all I did was drink a whole lot of water. I'm telling you, water does the job. Like, it does. You won't see it immediately, but it will help. At least like 24-hour period, you're going to see some difference if your supply is low. And the water will help to boost it. Also, I don't use nursing covers. I go out and I whip my titty out wherever I want because it is not against the law anymore. And this girl gonna get this milk and them people gonna mind their business. If you don't want to see boobs or baby eating, don't look. But I did used to have a nursing cover when I first had her because I was a new mom. So I was like, oh, let me be so perfect. No, now I'm going to take it out and she's going to eat. I don't be having my nipple out, but I do it discreetly, but I still do it. Okay. So nursing in public, supply, eating. So as the baby gets older, the baby's going to get teeth and the baby might bite you. It's okay, sis. Tell them no. I do that with Alani. I just tell her, nice, nice, and she understands. I also want to say this. However long you breastfeed is your choice. The thing of even breastfeeding is your choice. Like, if you want to breastfeed, you're good. If you want to give your baby formula, you're good. Like, a fed baby is a happy baby. If it's breast milk, whatever. If it's formula, whatever. Like, it's fine. They also have formulas for breastfeeding moms. If you go back to work and you notice you're pumping and it's not enough to leave with the babysitter or grandma, whoever, you can get a supplemental formula by 15MONTH, and it specifically says on the can for breastfeeding moms. I will try to put a picture in this video. But yeah, you can get that formula if you need to supplement. So you will only give it to the baby when you don't have enough milk, or like when you're super duper tired and the baby hungry and you don't feel like giving the boob. That's it. And that is okay. So like I said, I don't want anybody to mom shame breastfeeding moms. Why do people mom shame us? Like, one time my grandma, when my baby was 5 months old, my grandma was like, you still breastfeeding that baby? Sis, yes! The breast milk is good. Also, like, people see older babies, like my baby's 15 months, and they're like, you're still breastfeeding? Sis, you can breastfeed till baby 7 if you wanted to the child 7. But you don't, I mean, I'm not doing that crap. I'm not doing that. That is too much. Like, that is too much. I'm not having a 5-year-old on my boob. That is a lot. But anyway, like, don't mom shame, okay? If you're a breastfeeding mom and someone gives their baby formula, so what? Don't be Miss Woke, Miss Organic, Miss Organique. Like, oh, I'm a breastfeeding mom. Fed babies are the good babies, okay? Hungry babies give you issues because they're hungry. So, yeah, my breastfeeding journey has been super amazing. I absolutely adore it. I love the relationship it has helped me to have with my daughter. The only thing I can say is it makes her super clingy and super aggravating at times because she absolutely loved the boob. You see, she wanted. That's all she wants. I'm happy she's doing this so y'all can see how it is. If you're like pregnant right now, you can see how it is because sis be, this her boobs. This her boobs. This not my boobs. This her boob. This your boob? This your boob? Okay, guys. So if it's something I missed on this video, okay, I will go back in and do it again. Comment down below any other questions you have about breastfeeding. If you're a new mom and you want to ask me some questions, because I'm a new mom, but I'm like less newer than you because my baby 15. So I'm 15 months in, you newer than me because you about to have the baby or you just had the baby. But we both the same, sis. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up on this video, okay? Share it with your cousin because cousins should share with each other, okay? And we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye, Lonnie.
Bye.
Bye.